Cubing Advent, day 15. All right, let's see what we get today. Looks like a Gear Pyraminx. Okay. That looks intimidating, actually. Okay. That is going to be different. All right, so what happens if I do down, down, up, up? So I guess that's down. Down, up. Up. So, okay, so down, down, up, up kind of turns everything this weird 45 degrees. Well, not even, because these are more like 30. All right, I already messed that up. So I guess with that, since I've already messed that up, let's scramble. This is really hard to turn in and of itself. Okay, so you have these three dots, you have the center, you have these little black pieces in there. Everything has to be just perfectly aligned. I'm going to say that's scrambled. And let's see what we're able to do. Okay, so this is future me cutting into the video. This did not go well. It is together now. You'll see in a bit where I broke it and had to reassemble it. I'm not going to go back and try to solve this again. I'm going to call this solved. But I wanted to point out how this moves, right? So this has some differences. Like the center pieces are what constitutes a turn, not the tip, right? And this puzzle looks like it can align, but like at a 30-degree angle, right? So that can become very confusing when you're trying to line things up when it's all cattywampus. And it is possible to have it where everything is 45 degrees and these are solved, right? So you can have half solves like this and it not be able to turn other sides. I didn't realize that and was very rough with it. You can also have this situation, right? So I'm going to spin all this back around now, but I wanted to point out those differences because it did look like when I was solving it, I would get to points that were like this, where the blue was just a little off from the red, and I thought something was broken. So I kept trying to turn the blue tip while holding everything else in place that would realign. Because it was just, look, it's just off by a little bit. You know, maybe it's broken and I'm supposed to, you know. So I pull it apart and try to put it back together, and because I thought maybe something was just off a gear, or maybe something had like a corner twist, something had twisted inside. But no, this is off because this is off. So it's not by the corners, it's by the centers. So I wanted to point that out before you see the rest of the video, because I broke it and had to completely take it apart and completely reassemble it. But it does function. I'm just not going to solve it again. So this day has got the better of me, but that's all right. Enjoy the video. All right, first thing I want to do, I think, is get yellow together. So there's yellow, yellow, and yellow. So this has to be yellow. All right. I'm hoping if I turn it eventually, the yellow dot will align with the little yellow piece like that. That's what I'm hoping for. Okay. And hoping the same thing over here. Well, no, I guess not quite. Does that not happen? Oops. Well, So I think these yellows have to line up, but this has to be red then, so. Okay, so that red lines up. That's doesn't seem to line up no matter what I do. Okay, and this puzzle is going to fail to solve because, as you can see, one of the center pieces has fallen inside. So this is broken. I guess it was a little too rough with it. This one will not be successful today. Okay, so you guys saw in the last video that it broke, but it's not entirely broke. I just don't know if I'll be able to put it back together. But in getting it apart to see what occurred, it was I believe it was the yellow center that popped out of place. I have all the pieces, so you can see, what it looks like on the inside, and then there's all of these pieces. So I have all the pieces. I don't know if I'll be able to get it back together, but either way, day 15 did not go as planned. Okay, so started this process of trying to put it back together, and I figured I might as well record what I'm doing in case anyone actually wanted to see this. I think I might actually be able to get it back together. I have all the pieces, and none of the pieces are broken. So I think it's just a matter of putting it all together correctly. And if I'm successful in doing that, then I'll have a working puzzle again. But, I'm I take heart in the fact that none of the pieces are actually broken. So let's see what we can do. And I will probably mute and fast forward through the rest of this, but I just kind of wanted to introduce what I'm doing and trying to put this back together. All right. These have wings. The one thing I've noticed is that the parts with the tip have to go towards the centers in order to grab onto what's there. So yeah, that's where we're at. Okay, I somehow managed to get the bottom together, and it does appear to turn and move in sync. Okay, that's a big get. So that's the bottom layer done. Now let's see if we can't get these sides together in much the same manner. All right, let us try a different approach. Let's put all the centers in there. Okay. Huh. All right. I think we're just about there, which is good. All right. I'm going to call that successfully repaired. Huh. So this is not originally what I intended to do for day 15, but it is back together. We did learn quite a bit about the puzzle inside and out. And you know what? I'm not going to worry about solving it correctly. It already broke, and we put it back together. We're good to go. All right. Day 15 done.